Hey folks, it's Easter. He is risen. It is Easter. When you travel to Israel with us, notice I didn't say if, but when you travel to Israel with us, you'll go to two compelling places for the resurrection of Jesus Christ. One will be the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the other one will be the Garden Tomb. Both have very compelling stories. I have my theories on which one is probably more accurate. And when we go to the Garden Tomb, you actually go right into the tomb. But it's a little bit anticlimactic because you go in, you look around, there's nothing in there because he's not there. You turn around and on the door, almost in a joking way or tongue-in-cheek, it says, "He's not here, he is risen." Still, people often dismiss the resurrection because they think it's just too impossible. You know, and the Gospels, the four Gospels, they do differ on their accounts, discrepancies. You know, there was one angel in one Gospel account, there's two angels in another one. All these people rose from the dead, from their graves and walked around Jerusalem, and nobody else mentions it. You know, there's those kind of things. But I think if there was every single detail was exactly the same, that would smack more of a conspiracy theory than anything. When there's a car accident and you got two or three witnesses, they all tell a little bit different story because they have different emphasis or different viewpoint. And it just speaks of the reality. It doesn't mean it didn't happen. All the Gospels do indicate that the believers actually didn't even believe right away. Many of them doubted. Many of them were bewildered, were perplexed, wondered. They were afraid, marveled. They were asking the same questions we would ask. Like, really? Or, well, I'll believe it when I see it. That kind of thing. And that just, to me, that points to the truth of the matter. He not only appeared to his followers or believers, but he appeared to those people who didn't even believe in him at all. He appeared to his brother, James or Jacob, who thought he was mad. And then he believed. In fact, Josephus, the Jewish historian, said that the brother of Jesus was martyred, stoned to death, proclaiming that his brother Jesus, or Yeshua, was indeed the Messiah. It seems totally impossible, and that's because it is. It's impossible. But we serve a God of the impossible. I mean, it would take a miracle to raise somebody from the dead. In fact, it would take somebody very, very smart to arrange all that. It would take a very powerful God who could go to the particular grave site, to the particular man, and raise that particular person up on a particular day. That God would have to be like all powerful, all knowing, very, very smart, and incredibly perfect. And that's the God whom we serve. Every sermon in the book of Acts is about the resurrection. Every sermon. In fact, Paul says, if he didn't rise, then our preaching is in vain and your faith is in vain. Or I like to say, it's just a really silly hobby we have. If he didn't rise from the dead, then none of this matters. But what if he did? If he did rise from the dead, then nothing else matters. This is it. And so because we are of the company of those who believe that Jesus is the Christ and that he is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords and that he rose again from the dead on the third day, today we're going to notify our faces and say he is risen and he's coming back again, and we are going to celebrate. It's Easter, everybody. Let's celebrate.